Dennis Prager, it's such a great honor to have you here and in Prague, and it's such a pleasure. I would like to briefly introduce you to people. I think it's not necessary, but I will do it. You are a famous conservative in the United States. You established PrageU, which is right now worldwide well known, especially with young people, and you are defending free speech, and the most important for us, for our case, is that you defended marriage as a union between man and woman.
Okay, so we would like to ask you a few questions, and the first one is, you know, lots of LGBT plus activists, they say the redefinition of marriage won't hurt anyone and it will help too many. We are not sure about that, so can you please share your experience from United States, if anything changed after redefinition of marriage?
If it didn't hurt anyone, none of us would have any problems with it. Let me make something clear. From the point of view of a gay person, I completely understand why they would like to marry someone of the same sex. So any gay watching this, I want them to understand, I understand you. We love a number of gay couples with whom we're very close, men and women. Our opposition is not anti-gay, but redefining marriage is a very, very big deal. This idea that it doesn't hurt anybody is an odd one. Would it hurt anybody if we said that 3 people can marry? Who would it hurt? Nobody's forcing anybody to marry 2 people. You can make that argument about almost anything. It does hurt society, though, because, and I will give you the American example, you see, you have the benefit here in Czechia. You have the benefit of seeing the future. So do you like what's happened in America since marriage was redefined? Do you think it is healthy? I was opposed to same-sex marriage. I am for equal rights, but not for the word marriage. And I remember when I became clearest in this regard, when they argued that gender doesn't matter, sex/gender, whichever term you wish to use, doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is love. So I remember thinking, really, gender doesn't matter? Whether you are a man or a woman doesn't matter? That's dangerous. So if it's only love, I made the argument, which I argued with gay leaders, gay activist leaders. They never had an answer, not once. I have a national radio show in America, and when they would come on, I would politely ask them this question, among other questions. If love is the only standard, then why are you opposed to a brother marrying a sister? A brother can love a sister can love a brother. Why would you be opposed to that? And they never once, in all of my decades discussing this question, I never received an answer. There is a great deal at stake for society, because one more thing, it never ends. Left-wing demands to change society never end. We have gone in a few years from changing the definition of marriage to changing the definitions of male and female. And that will happen here.
That comes another question to distinguish between, because we are for something. We are campaigning for a constitutional definition of marriage as a union between man and woman. So our agenda is clearly positive. We are not opposing something, but revolution is coming, like the bill of same-sex marriage bill. And we never said that we are against gay community or gay people. But all the time we are accusing, when we are against same-sex marriage, we are against this community. What can you suggest us, or what is your response to this point of view?
That is what the left does on every issue. They don't argue the issue. They say that if you disagree with them, you're evil. There is no issue where that is not the case. So, for example, in the United States, you don't have this yet, but you will. That will be the next thing after same-sex marriage. Anyone who does not say men give birth will be called a hater. That is the state in America today. Your Twitter account may be suspended if you just tweet, men do not give birth. That is enough for you to be declared anti-trans, transphobe. Like homophobe, there's now transphobe. So it doesn't end, and they don't debate the issue. In the United States, we have, like every other country, men's sports and women's sports. But a male, who says he is a female, can compete against girls in girls' sports. This has happened in a number of states already. In Connecticut, there's a PragerU video of a girl, high school girl in Connecticut, who was a champion in her state in running. And then males started saying they're females and running in female sports. And she is no longer the champion. All of the Connecticut state records are held by, in running, virtually every one of the records is held by a trans female. In other words, a biological man. Is that fair to women? You've lost your mind. You're actually, there's something wrong with you if you think that that is fair to women. And there is something wrong with a tremendous number of Americans. They have stopped thinking. They are so scared of the left that they have stopped thinking. Everyone knows it's unfair for a biological male to compete with a biological female. That's why there's female sports. If it's fair, let's end female sports. I promise you, I swear on all that is holy, that is the next day after same-sex marriage. It never ends. The issue is the unraveling of the rules of society that we have had for all of our history.
Maybe the last question, if you could send a message to our policymakers or to broad society, what would you say to our people concerning the redefinition of marriage?
Well, I would like them to have heard everything I did say. I think the key message is for them to understand it won't end with same-sex marriage. If you redefine marriage, if you give marriage a definition it has never had anywhere on earth in all of recorded human history, you are playing with fire.